mushroom, I tell you what I do.
Land which is today not so productive. And when you look back to why it is not so productive anymore, you find that the conventional methods not feeding soil so that you can improve it to benefit from it. The use of artificial fertilizers, which is a good thing, but what it has done today is that it has depleted the soil. Our topsoils are not able to give us what they used to give us. And I think for me specifically, being a Zimbabwean, and being a young Zimbabwean, I have a special relationship with land. I think from the different experiences that we've heard, I told myself, we have to learn to promote farming in such a way that people don't only tie it to a piece of land, especially where we understand that women don't usually own land. So when I left farm mushrooms as a young girl, I said I want to make it so simple that everybody can do it. And because of that, this is actually why farming mushrooms on coffee is so popular. We decided very early on that we want to look at how to make this simple so people in villages can do this. People who don't have access to a laboratory, to a sterile environment where they can say, okay, this is the clean space where I am going to do this special high-tech process, that they can do it in the comfort of their homes. And homes being huts made out of mud and sticks, and sometimes floors made from cow dung. This is a normal way of building for us. So the first part that we had to work on was to say, what is the soil that we are using for growing mushrooms? Here in this image you see that there's coffee, there's straw. But the list for materials that you can use for growing mushrooms is endless. If you come from a country where they grow coffee, this coffee is only what is in the machine. That is one part of the waste and a small amount of it. On the farm itself, there's different kinds of waste. This is the prunings, which is a combination of leaves and twigs. This is when they harvest the cherry and they take the pulp out. That pulp can actually be used to grow mushrooms. After the skin of the cherry is taken out, there's also a hard shell that is taken out of the coffee. That all can be used to grow mushrooms, including during the roasting process, they shave the coffee. There's a little layer, a silver layer of the coffee. All of that can be used to grow mushrooms. Maize maize is also a staple in many places. Everything that you don't eat from maize can be used to grow mushrooms. We see here different projects made from cassava, from plantain. When you harvest the plantain, normally you cut the whole plant because that plant will not be eaten again. All those leftovers can be used to grow mushrooms. So the work that we are doing is to show people that the resources to start an agro business with mushrooms are actually just around you. This coffee, we can easily ask it from Victoria Bar, there where they are selling coffee. But straw, you can find it in different places. People who are keeping animals and they make animal beds with straw. At the end of it are letting go of this material. You can find that. So as a Future of Hope Foundation, we are saying, we've done this in Zimbabwe, but we hope through this network we can actually also connect to other areas where people want to do this. What do we do exactly in the communities where we work? We do trainings. We developed a model where we do training of trainers. Let's say we go to a village, we go to a new province, a new district. We assemble a team of trainers. We show them the whole process from the beginning, and they are the ones that teach others. The teaching itself becomes one business. Accessing these materials, mobilizing and accessing these materials is part of what we train them to do. But what we've learned now is also that if you look at this is an important material, this is calcium carbonate, it's just lime. And the lime helps us to treat this material here so that when we put the seed of the mushroom in, there's no competition of other kinds of molds trying to grow. Now, before this material, people used to make a fire and they had to cook the substrate to kill any competition that may be on it. But today, because of this, you can eliminate that process. But when you look at the market, this material is sold in big bags of 25 or 50 kilos. And the cost of a bag sometimes can be discouraging for an entrepreneur to start the business. One of the things that we also teach when we do the TOT is how to mobilize and to actually custom package this for the purpose of promoting that the farmers that we target who cannot buy a big bag can be able to just buy an amount that they require to get started. So access to the inputs to combine with waste is also an issue that we are addressing, and for that we created a very simple one-stop shop where we buy things in bulk, we reduce them to amounts that can be afforded by a household to start a business. And as a result of reducing the size of the inputs, more people can buy inputs to start the project. The same we do with the seed. Here you see this is a bigger bag, but we make even smaller 1 kilo bags so that one can start. Similarly, we also designed mushroom houses that are just 2 meters by 2 meters from wood, from metal, that people living in urban areas where they don't own land, they can just buy something they assemble. If they are renting a place, they just assemble it outside and they can start a farm. If they move, they can pick it up and go to their next store. So we are addressing different things in this, and the whole idea is that everybody anywhere should be able to produce food. So today I will...
If I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. I would take that mushroom and split it in two. Oh, if I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. If I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. I would take that mushroom and split it in two. Oh, if I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. If I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. I would take that mushroom and split it in two. Oh, if I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. If I had a mushroom, I'd tell you what I'd do. I would take that